Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today's card is a beautiful set that you can see in the annual catalog. It's the Time Together bundle, and I'm going to show you how I made this pretty card here. See that little bit of a glare you're seeing there? That's because we've got something shiny inside on this hourglass. Now this Time Together was actually the first stamp set in the annual catalog that really caught my eye. I loved these sentiments here. I miss you every minute of every hour. I love you till the end of time, and time to celebrate happy birthday. So once it has a happy birthday sentiment in it, it's a winner. But I really like the fact that this could be a perfect Valentine's Day card, but not just Valentine's. This could be for just any. Look at those cute little XOXO hugs and kisses. Okay, so this card, like I said, has some fun sheen to it here. And I'm going to show you how I made this. I'm using the celebration paper Most Adored, beautiful pinks and Flirty Flamingo and Real Red. And each one has the gold accents on the back. Now I'm going to be using our traditional sides here with the red. As you can see on this one, I used the red plaid. And on the next card we're going to make, I'm going to be using the pink plaid here. So I'm going to bring all my little pieces out here and show you how I did this. Now, the first thing I did is I wanted to cut out the hourglass, okay? And I wanted to put that stamped image behind here. So I kind of worked backwards there, knowing that I wanted to layer it. So if I layered on my card base was going to be a half sheet, 11 by 4 1/4, and then we scored at 5 1/2. So that gave me my card base. My next layering down would be 1/8 inch all around, all 4 sides, which makes that 4 by 5 1/4. All the measurements are underneath the YouTube description and also on my blog. If you see in that description, visit my blog here, press that link. It takes you over to CindyLeeBDesigns.com. I'll have additional photos and little tidbits over there. So I made this to border my designer series paper. Now you notice that I cut out this great piece of the hourglass here. You have the stamp set, and then it comes with these dies. The dies have an hourglass here and some other dies that cut out the images that are in there. It's got a little hourglass here. It's got the hourglass if you want to cut out just the stamped image. But what we're going to do is cheat a little bit, and we don't have to technically cut out the image. We just cut out, we use the die to cut out what normally would cut out the image. We use that die to make this cutout here, okay? Then we cut out the wood part that would be the handle on your hourglass that I'm gonna put over there. And of course, we're covering this up, but you're saying, no, we're seeing red. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna stamp on a piece of white to do the hourglass. Now I just took my piece of white and I cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5, because that would be your next measurement down. And I made it the same size as the designer series paper. So I made it the same size, and then I'm just going to trim it down. So this is an easy way to make sure that you're going to get a good dark image using one of your stamp positioning tools. We don't carry the Stamparatus anymore, but this tool will always be on my desk. Stamp positioning tools are great. There we go. So I'm just going to place this. Now notice I'm going to have the image on here, but I'm not going to have to die cut it because I'm just going to put my DSP over this, okay? And it's really easy to, let's see here, hopefully I got a nice black image there. I'm gonna set that aside. And then I know I'm gonna want to put this over here. Now notice there's little bits sticking out here, but I don't care about that because I'm just gonna come in and just now trim it off. So I just didn't have to be really exact I could just cut out, and then I know it's going to be smaller than my designer series paper. Whoop. All kinds of things are flying around here. Okay, now before we get this put onto here, well, we don't actually have to do that right off the bat, but I am going to stamp a really fun pieces of the hourglass. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo, and one of the images here is a fun heart here. This is the bottom of the sand coming down this hourglass. This one also could be coming down through here, but I'm going to use the heart because it's Valentine's, but this one could also be put into here, okay? But since we're doing Valentine's, we're just going to do, I decided to do Flirty Flamingo just because it's just such a pretty pink. And then I'm using red on the card base. So let's just take a look here at the card I did. Make sure you can see everything going on here. Usually with a photopolymer, you're going to want to have some kind of a soft surface under here. You could use your catalog, you could use your Pierce mat, you could use the just something with some padding. But this actually was working pretty nicely for me, this photopolymer. And I just put the heart there at the top, and then I'm going to put this sand down here at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put that right along that bottom part by the wood, okay? Now I thought it would be cute to put a few of these little hearts. There is a die in here that cuts out these little hearts, okay? And I just happen to have a few here. And what I did was I just took my glue and I put a couple little dots here. One, I think I put like 7 of them on there. Just little one. Okay, come on glue. I just want a little bit. Let me see if I can get it going over here. Okay, so 1. Come on glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to say, don't do as I did, because you want to make sure you get the little bit of sand that's going through, but I did luckily leave myself space for this little guy here, and he just connects. He connects the heart. Isn't that so cute? I love this. Okay, so I have to tell you that I have my take your pick tool already packed for something I'm going to do, but I'm just going to use this one I had, and I'm just going to put these little hearts in here on this, on the glue I put down. Okay, I'm just going to put those little hearts here. There we go. Another little heart. It's funny, I had, I watched my little grandson, and I have some glue there. I had my little stamping bag packed, and I left some of my tools over at my daughter's. Okay, and then another one. Luckily, I dug around and I found something I could use, because it really is a little tedious with these little hearts, but with your take your pick tool, you can really get those on there easily. So you just have some cute little hearts there. And then to make this fun sheen here, I made a goldfish card back a ways, and to get the fish bowl to look like a glass fish bowl, someone had put packing tape over it. So I thought, oh, that'd be great for the hourglass too. So what we're gonna do is just take a piece of this packing tape and put it over the, I got in a fight with this packing tape today when I was sending out packages. So you're just gonna make sure that you get it over the hourglass. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna cut that off with my scissors here. There. And don't let that edge, because is there anything worse than that edge being stuck to the tape? Okay, so now I can play around with here a little bit. If you could, I mean literally, if you could have seen me today trying to package up some things, the tape was, it was hilarious. I mean, if somebody had been taping me. So I'm kind of just pressing any bit of bubble that might be in there, but you can see the sheen that's on that. And then we're now just going to put some glue around here and put our DSP around there. Okay, so I found it easy to put the glue right directly around my hourglass. You could use any adhesive. You could use your tape runner on there, but it's nice to get it right into those edges. I have to tell you, I'd made this card and I used dimensionals to pop it up, and actually I liked it better flat, but you could pop this whole thing up off of here. So you're really concentrating on the hourglass part. I mean, it does fit in nicely with the wood, and it fits in there, but you really want to focus on this hourglass right here. Okay, so now our next step is, because I use black ink, I love to accent with black. So now I can accent black on the border of this card. Okay, now, but since I put glue there, it's gonna get on my surface. So what I'm gonna do is put glue. I don't usually do it this way, but I realized I had a hole there. And why would I not cut out that piece of black out of a piece that's going to be covered up? And then I'm just going to put that on there. One of my little tricks, now this one's seeming to work out nicely, but if you're having trouble getting it equal, it's easier to use a horizon line, this longer side, to get it, but it actually was working nicely for me now. Okay, so here we go. Now we're gonna put our hourglass with that pretty DSP right on the black. And I think I'm off a little bit. So I'm gonna turn my paper and just look at that horizon line there. Top, bottom, side. Looking good to me. I'll make sure it's opening on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Okay, our next step would be to put on our piece of wood here. Okay, now do note that you have the hourglass, that you don't have to put that on there, but isn't that a nice addition to the card? I love that. And you could, you know, do it in any color. You could do it in a gray or pecan pie if you wanted to go with browns. But I just decided to accent with black. And then you're just going to cover up the part of the hourglass. And you're going to want to make sure that you cover where we die cut, because it's it'll just, you know, go right around that die cut. Okay, so there we go. It's coming together, it's coming together. And you can see that sheen of the hourglass. Isn't that cool? Okay, so the next thing I did is I used a great sentiment that's in there. Okay, on this one I put, I love you till the end of time. On this one, I miss you every minute of every hour. Isn't that adorable? So we're gonna use some of the edges of our dimensionals. So here we go. We're gonna put one right here on the edge of this banner. And I have to say that this banner set was very easy to line up. You know how some of them are tight and you have to, but this one you could really see the image right with the die. I was really happy about that. Okay, and then we're going to put one piece right in the middle. Okay, whoop. I thought this was a great time to use up all those little pieces of our dimensionals. And then I'm going to put that right across the middle of the hourglass. So like I said, this could be used for anniversary. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking, I was talking to my bestie out in Phoenix today, and I thought, oh, I could send this to her anytime. You know, okay, there we go. We have our banner across there, and that did have some fun to it. We've got die cuts, we've got this packing tape to give it some sheen and gloss. We've got these little hearts in here for texture. We have this cute banner popped up, but I still thought we needed something else. And as you can see on this card, I went ahead and used some of these little hearts that you can die cut out of the set. This set has 2 matching hearts here. And then like you can also die cut and pop up the sand that's in the hourglass. So you could actually cut out those and pop them up out of the hourglass. So there is so many fun things you can do with this set. I want to make sure I'm putting glue on the back sides here. And I just kind of did a mixture of reds and the pink with the flirty flamingo. And I thought, like on this one, there is flirty flamingo in here in the stripes. And oh, you know what? I popped these up. I didn't glue them, and I do think they need to be popped up. So we are gonna pop those up, okay? So we're going to pop these hearts out. I think we'll be okay with the glue. Okay, and another one. I already cut it. Okay. It's gonna be a little precarious here because I put glue on there. And then I just kind of went off a little bit here. And like I said, I played around with maybe doing the pink, which I could have done the pink, but I just was a little taken by the red in that card. But I wanted pink more on that card because it had more red in the DSP. And then I'm just gonna put this here and there. And then I was stopped here originally, and then I noticed that the flowers would look really cute in there too. So I just went ahead and colored, I'm gonna color my flowers on here in the, in red. So let me grab, oh here, I'll just do it right on the back of here. I don't like it to bleed through here. So I'm gonna just use my, and this one I'm using the dark red, dark real red. Oh, I think I was off camera, guys. Not that you don't know how to color here. When you're using dimension, when you're using our blends, I personally just keep moving my paper in circles when I'm coloring, and then just makes it easier for me. I'm glad green is going to go over there because I think I just went a little out of the lines. Okay, and then a little piece there. I love how you just barely put any pressure on these. They're so soft and easy to, you barely have to touch the paper with these, with your blends. Okay, so we're doing red on that one. And you know what? I went ahead and did the inside as well, and I just mimicked the outside with the flower. And I don't think we'll have any red going through the paper. Let's hope not. And I just went ahead and did the red in the inside here. Like I said, just nice and soft and easy. And get right here. Okay, and then I wanted a nice green for the leaves, and I just went with our bright Granny Apple. And I'm going to use the brush side of that too. Because you know, you just had to have green leaves on here, even though there's not any green accented anywhere else. It looks pretty. You have to, I considered putting like pink leaves, but I thought, no, that's just, no, don't do that, Cindy. And turn that little, there we go. Granny Apples just goes so nice with bright colors. And I see a little tiny piece of white there. Okay, and so that is going to go on the inside of my card. But let's finish the outside one. I actually didn't even think I was going to use these flowers. And then I just felt like there was something missing on the front of the card, and I didn't want to put any more hearts on it. So I was like, oh, I wonder how the flower, and wow. Once I did a flower, I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, get that. Okay, so we have our red flower. We're gonna throw this on the inside. Throw it. Has anybody ever said they're gonna throw it on the inside? We're just gonna get that put on the inside here. And look how pretty that real red pops with the real red inside cardstock. And then close this up and put these flowers right there. And that just really did not just make the card. Okay, so let's just put some dimensionals on our flower here. And I think we can fit one more little piece down along that petal there. There we go. I'm trying to make myself remember to look up, because I love constructive criticism anytime. Please, please feel free. But sometimes it makes me sad when people yell at me, it seems, if I go off camera. So I'm really trying to do my best because I like you guys. Okay, so there we go. Look at that one. Look how pretty that one is with the Flirty Flamingo as the DSP, and this one has the darker one, and all I did is change up a couple of the colors on my hearts. But isn't this just an adorable bundle there, timed together? And I especially like this inside sentiment. I didn't even tell you what it says. It says, time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters. So that could mean friendship, that could mean wedding, just anything. Just really a cute set. So I'm so glad I finally got to use it. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to text me or call me at 724-323-2296, and subscribe to my blog, cindyleebdesigns.com. I post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday with a video on Wednesdays, and you can be notified each time I post. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll also be notified when I make a video. Thanks for buzzing by, friends. And don't forget, it's celebration all of January and February, and this DSP is one of the free items that you can get with a $50 order. Plus there's two other DSPs, stamp sets, a ribbon, an embellishment. So make sure you take a look at that. I have links to my catalog and the celebration brochure on my blog as well. Again, thanks for buzzing by.